Good afternoon. Welcome to Coffee and a Card. So I'm Holly with Handcrafted Blessings. Looking forward to being with you today as we make an adorable owl card. So I'm going to feature a couple of the Celebration products today. So Celebration are items that you can get free with either a $50 or $100 order, depending on the item that you're looking at. And so that's what we call Celebration, because it's a celebration, but it's also a sale. So super fun to have that. And the adorable owls and the paper I'm using are my two favorite products out of the Celebration. So we'll take a look at that. But first, I'm going to show some Happy Mail. Welcome to all of you who are coming in here. I love it when you're on live. It's so nice to have people to actually talk to while I'm doing this and not feel like I'm talking to myself as I do it. Okay, so let's start with some Happy Mail. And so that's what I call it when y'all send me a card. I love showing your creativity to other people because I think we can all get inspired by what others are doing. So this first one comes from Chrissy in Florida. And it says, wishing you the happiest of birthdays. That's a really cute design. And then it says, because you totally deserve it, with the flower there on the inside. That's a really cute layout. Okay, and a second one from her. I'm in a swap group with her, and so she's sending a couple of her swap cards, and it's another birthday one with the adorable owls. So this is actually the owl that we're going to use here today, is this little guy. So he's so cute. And then it says, it's your day. So, very fun. I didn't even plan that. I didn't know that that card was owls, so it ties in so nicely with this project. Okay, the next one is from Roxy Nitty in Minnesota. And it says, sending a little message. And then you've got that little plant thingy in there. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I lack words because I'm like, I don't know what that is. It's a thing that grows in the ground, right? On a tree? On a bush? I don't know. We'll call it a thing that if it were in my house, it would probably die because I kill plants. All right, next we have Sue Beggar from Montana. And, oh, this is cute. So it has... looks like almost like a sunrise. Look at that, how that shimmers there behind it with the hearts. And it says, I love that we are friends. Oh, that is super cute. So this is a new heart set that's in the mini catalog. It's right towards the beginning, but it has these really cute hearts, and it's a punch that you can do. So, oh, Marilyn says it's a leafy sprig. That works. I believe you. I have to trust all of you plant people. Okay, next is one from Denise Benda. And let's see, sorry, her notes are falling out here. We've got a panda sleeping in the tree. That's such a cute stamp set. And then it says, wishing you every happiness this special day will bring. And she's put a coordinating envelope in here. And so on the front of the envelope, she has stamped happy birthday. So that is a really cute idea. Okay, let's see here. All right, last but not least, we've got one from Nancy Gallant, one of my team members, with the split card texture dies here in the background. That's really cute, and I like the brick wall. And then it says, thank you for your kindness. So that's a really cute way to use those split card texture dies. I like that with the that brick behind it. That's a neat look. So, all right, I'm going to set these aside so that we can put the camera down, and we will see what we can make here today. So, you know, we are still in really the very first week of this new catalog. So, it just launched last Thursday. so not even a week in to this mini catalog. And so when I was trying to describe those hearts to you, it's this right here on page 10. So you've got this punch that does a couple of different hearts and then a couple of the leaves. And so that's where that came from. But today I'm going to focus on a couple of things from Celebration. This is only 2 months long, so you'll see it started last week and it goes until the end of February. And you can get items free in this catalog. So let's say that you need to stock up on some cardstock or some dimensionals or your favorite adhesives. Maybe you need a new ink refill for one of your ink pads. And when you're stocking up, you'll be able to qualify for some of these free items. So the first one we'll be using here is the Adorable Owls on page 4. I'm going to make a card using those. And then I'm also going to tie in the paper here on page 14 called Dandy Designs. Now this is a giant paper pack. It's 12 by 12 paper, but it's 48 sheets of it. So you get a lot of great, really fun designs and patterns there. And we're gonna tie in a couple of those patterns on our card today. So, and then I'm also going to use, and I'm gonna go ahead and look it up because I forgot to bring the whole paper pack over here. I'm also using the Fine Shimmer paper. So the Fine Shimmer here, it comes in 3 different colors. So we're going to be using the Fresh Freesia, but I just wanted to show you all 3, Soft Succulent, Fresh Freesia, and Gold, that we'll be using that Fine Shimmer. Okay, let me move these aside. And here is the card that we're going to be making today. So it's a fun little birthday card. So it's your day, my friend. So we will start with, oh, here's our stamp set too. So it's a cling stamp set. It's got 3 different owls in there for you. So we're going to start with our Fresh Freesia, and it measures at 5.5 by 8.5. What I always like to call my standard card base. I suppose there might be some people who default to cutting their cardstock the other way, the long way, but this is really how I typically cut all of my cardstock for bases. So we're going to stick this in here and we are going to score it at 4 1/4. All right. Then we're going to take a piece of that Dandy Designs paper. So it's got these fun polka dots on one side and the green stripes there on the other side. And we're going to cut this to 3 3/4 by 5. So let's see here. It's already 3 3/4, so let's do 5. And then we're going to take a piece of that glimmer paper. So this is that fine glimmer paper that I told you. It's super sparkly. It's not very thick. So I know some of our glimmer paper is much thicker. This really is not. But it does have a really great sparkle to it, which I think you can see as the light kind of catches it. So we're going to cut 1 inch. Let's see, I'm trying to think how best to do this. We're going to cut 1 inch, and then we're going to turn and cut that at 4 inches. So it's 1 by 4. So we got that. And then we're going to need to cut our basic white. So we need an insert. So I'm going to do a 3 3/4. 3 3/4 by 5. And then I'm just going to move some of these scraps out of the way. So that's for my insert. And then we need 2 more pieces of basic white. And they're going to be 2 inches long. We're going to see if we can get them out of this little piece of paper right here. Okay, so that one's 2 inches. We're looking for 1/2 inch by 2 inches. So yeah, this is actually gonna work. This will do both of mine. So I'll move this one out of the way. So 1/2 inch by 2 inches, and we need 2 of those. There we go. So first we're gonna take our card base, and I always like to get stuff out of the way that I don't need right away, just so that it doesn't get lost. I tend to have 6 things going at the same time on my desktop, and so I lose things during these videos. So if I can just get the insert out of the way, it's really a smart idea. Okay, so we'll come back to our front of our card, and we're going to take that fine shimmer piece, and we're going to adhere it to our card front. So we'll just look for even borders around my 3 edges for how I want to place it, just like so. And then we're going to take our designer series paper, and I'm going to take some of the Orchid Oasis. This is that, what is this, the metallic woven ribbon. And we are going to wind it around our card. And I just did it 3 times. There's no magic number here. I just kind of liked the way that I started at 2, and then I thought, you know, I'd really like to do a 3rd. So we're just going to wind it around like that. And we'll do that. Take my snips here. And we'll just adhere those to the back. Now I'll come back up here and I'll just spread it out, even it out the way that I want it to be. I don't want to tie any sort of bows on this card. I just wanted it to be just kind of a cute accent look. So I've got my 3 layers there. So now I can take this here. I always like to put a little bit of tape again over that ribbon. I'm going to make sure that it stays in place. Oh, and you know what? I want a little extra tape right here to stick to this shimmer piece. So we'll just stick this on the front of our card. Really burnish that side down so it'll stick to our specialty paper. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to take some of my scrap of basic white, and I've got my decorative circle punch, and I'm just going to punch a circle here. And then I will take my Early Espresso ink and this adorable owl here with the little party hat on. And we'll get him lined up and stamped on our circle. There we go. So I'll leave that sit for just a minute, so before I start coloring, we can kind of give it an extra minute to dry. So I'll go ahead and take my Orchid Oasis ink. And I've got my friend. And then I've got, oh, that's crooked. Let's see if we can turn that over. We're going to stamp that again. See if we can get it straight this time. Oh, that's better. Okay. And then It's Your Day. I have a niece who loves owls, and I think I'm going to have to send her an owl card. Her birthday's not till November, so I'm going to have to come up with like a just because kind of card, because I just think she would love these owls. They are so cute, you guys. Okay, so we'll take these 2, and we'll go ahead and put some dimensionals on them. And then I still need to cut out another circle from the fine shimmer. So we'll bring back that piece that I've been working with, and we'll punch another circle here. All right, so we're going to be working with that. So here's our owl, and then I've got some blends here. Now I'm actually going to change color combination from what I used in my sample. I colored my owl, and then I just felt like he was kind of dark for this card. So I'm actually going to try a different color combination, and we'll see if we like it better. So first I've got light smoky slate, and I'm just doing his little feet. And I'm also going to add some color on his beak. Feet and beak. There we go. Okay, so that was light smoky slate. Then I'm using light balmy blue and give a little pop of color to his eyes. There we go. Some of that. Okay, and then I've got fresh freesia. This is the dark fresh freesia and the light orchid oasis. And we're gonna add some color to his hat. Now I'm just tying in 2 purples that also match the designer series paper and the ribbon that I've chosen. So we'll just give a little fun color here. I started with using the markers, but I really wanted a darker purple, and so I went with this dark fresh freesia because it's actually a little bit darker in shade than the marker was. But you can kind of mix and match because I'm not doing shading with this card, so it's not like you have to use the blends. The markers would totally work fine as well. Okay, so now I've got light soft suede, and I'm going to go around kind of the outside. This was actually the lighter color I used on the other owl. I'll show you the comparison of the two when we're done. And that's why I said I've just decided to lighten my color combination here. I don't even know if I've ever seen an owl in person. Have any of you guys actually seen an owl in person? I've only been to the zoo like a couple of times, and I don't remember if they had owls there or not. If they did, maybe I have seen one, but I don't recall. So we're just going up and around his eyes. We're going to do 1/2 of his ear. And just kind of taking it slow, just so I don't color where I don't want to. I did some of that on the last one. And I'll actually show you how to do a little bit of color correction, because I did just get some ink in his eye where I didn't want it. So there's a handy tool for that. All right, so we got that done. There we go. Now I'm gonna take out what's in his eye, this little part in his eye. So this is the color lifter. And I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna color over that spot where I don't want that ink. And it actually kind of makes it disappear. It'll look wet for a little bit, but it's almost like a color eraser. It's pretty cool. All right, last but not least, we're going with light crumb cake. And, oh yeah, I think this shading is going to be a lot better. And we'll do his ear, and then up here at the top. I don't have to be quite as careful with this one because it's so light. You can't tell if I go a little bit into the soft suede. And I just forgot a chunk of his ear. So there we go. All right. So here we've got our little owl. So I'm going to take this shimmer piece, and I'm actually just going to grab my scissors and I'm going to cut it in half. Just like that. Doesn't need to be a perfectly straight cut, so I didn't need to use my trimmer for it because of how we're using it. So we're just going to turn this over, and on each side of the owl, I'm going to be adhering this fresh freesia piece. So I'm going to stick it here. It's not going to line up perfectly because this is kind of a wonky circle punch. So it's not like a perfect lineup like sometimes when we do this kind of design. And I just kind of like the look. It's kind of fun. All right, dimensionals. So we'll put some of these on here. This is a great opportunity to use up my outside ones because they're a little bit, I've got them cut a little bit larger. So we'll take all of these pieces. We'll put him on there. Now, if you really like these adorable owls, I will tell you that when you place an order this month, you're getting my class of the month using owls. So it's 3 cards that'll be sent your way. And in the past, I've called it an order kit, an order thank you gift. Still the same idea. Just been calling it a monthly card class. So you'll get, this is not one of the 3 cards you'll get, but I've got 3 other cards designed using the owls. So cute. All right, we need a little bit more bling for this card. So I decided to pull out the new flat adhesive back pearls. Here we go. And I'm just putting those on each side of the words. So it adds just another fun little sparkle to it. So there we've got our adorable owls card. And let me bring back my sample that I did earlier. You can see here where I used, this color is both soft suede. So it's light and dark soft suede is what I used here. So I decided to do, like I said, the light soft suede and then the light crumb cake for this one. So both are super cute. I just kind of liked the lighter color combination, I think, this time around. So very fun. Well, I hope you guys really like this card kit because I'm super excited about the class I'm sending you when you place a $50 order this month. So you can choose to add on your owls when you place your $50 order, or you can get something else instead. But it's a super fun little thank you gift that I have for you this month. So thank you guys so much for tuning in here today for Coffee and a Card. I love being with you guys. And I've got some other card ideas I'll be sharing this week. So take a look at some of those posts coming. In the meantime, I'm going to go finish your product shares so I can get your paper, ribbon, embellishments, and swatch books in the mail to you. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day. And don't forget to encourage one another and build each other up. I'll see you soon.